consider this, welcome back to my channel. So today it's morning here in Chicago and I was in the mood for some pancakes. Now listen, wherever there is pancakes, Jackson is not too far behind, seriously. So I wanted to make some pancakes today, but I didn't want to make my everyday pancakes. So I decided to see if my Weight Watchers mobile app had some cool pancake recipes on there, and it totally did. So today I'm going to show you guys how I made some yummy wild berry pancakes. Not only are they so good, they're only 4 points. Boop! So good and only 4 points. I'll say it again. So you guys be checking that out pretty soon, but before we get into the actual recipe, I did want to catch you guys up on my experience on the Weight Watchers program and using the mobile app. Seriously, I have been having the best time. Even if it's, you know, like 2 a.m. in the morning where I'm out with my girls and I need to reach out to my 24/7 coach, I'm on the mobile app. If I'm at the grocery store and I need to see if, you know, the food that I'm choosing is within my points or what can I do with that, I have my mobile app. And now making recipes, I have my mobile app. It's amazing. So having and using my Weight Watchers mobile app has been really helpful for me in terms of just staying the course on this goal that I have in mind. So I have really been having a great time with it. I just wanted to let you guys in on that little tidbit, but in the meantime, I'm gonna let you get into this video and check out this yummy dish that I have. Thank me later, okay? I'll check you guys out in my next video. Until then, I love you so much. Peace out. Alright, so you will need an array of berries. You can use any type of berries that you want, but for my pancakes, I decided to go with blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. Alright, so in addition to your berries, you'll also need some lemons. I got 3 eggs over there. This calls for 3 eggs. You'll also need some dry products, so I have some baking powder, flour, sugar, some salt, some powder or confectioner's sugar as well. You'll also need milk. You can choose between 3 types: buttermilk, 1% milk, or whole milk. I didn't show you guys, but you'll also need some butter as well. It was peeking out somewhere, but I didn't show it. And then you'll need your measuring utensils and things of that sort. So I have a sifter there, I have my measuring cups, and then my mixing and measuring bowls as well. I actually found those at Target. No, not Target, at Walmart. They were 10 for $14.99, which was awesome. At least I thought so. Anyways, let's get back to mixing. So I'm gonna start off with using my 1 cup measurer, and I'm just going to throw my berries inside of the measurer and then plop them inside of my mixing bowl. So I'm gonna start with the raspberries, and I mean, there's no real right or wrong way to do this. I'm just gonna, you know, throw them in there, measure them out to be about 1 cup, and then we're just gonna drop them right in. Okay, so next I'm going to add my lemon juice to my fresh berries. So I'm just going to cut that in half, and using a measuring cup, 1/4 measuring cup, I'm just going to squeeze the juice into the cup and then pour it onto the berries. Now again, as you guys can see, I'm using my hands here, or you can use, what is that thing called right there, guys? Somebody help me. What is that called? It's like a zhuzher. That's totally not what it's called, but you know, it just helps you squeeze the juice out. So you can use that, or you can just go ahead and just use your hands and squeeze the juice out. It's totally up to you. Now you will have to apply the lemon juice according to your flavor, because it can be a bit overpowering, so I chose not to use a whole lot. So once you've added your lemon juice to your mixed berries, just go ahead and toss that all together. Give it a couple of really good tosses, and then literally you're just gonna place that off to the side, and we'll get back to that in a little bit. All right, so now it's time to work on these eggs. So I'm just going to crack them and then place them into another bowl. But this dish calls for 1 egg yolk and 2 egg whites. So I'm actually going to show you something really cool that I like to do, but first I'm just going to crack them open and place them all into one bowl. And then if you have issues like me, or you have a hard time separating the egg yolk from the egg whites, I'm going to show you guys a really cool way to do that, and I swear it's super simple. It like defines the law of gravity. I don't understand how this works, but it does, and it's foolproof. So I'm going to show you right now. So what you're going to do, you're actually going to take an empty water bottle, squeeze it, and then place it on top of your egg yolk. Release the water bottle, and the egg yolk literally just falls down there without a problem. Isn't that amazing? I love that thing. It works every single time. So that's how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to release everything, release the egg yolks, place them off to the side, and have those perfect, you know, perfectly separated egg yolks. And then I have my egg whites over there as well with my one egg yolk. All right, so now we're going to work on our dry products. So I use 1 cup of flour. Then you're going to use 2 tablespoons of sugar, granulated sugar. While you're at it, you're gonna go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt, as well as 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I can't stress that enough. Like, make sure that it's teaspoon and not tablespoon, because then it can get a little funky, okay? So teaspoon for that. All right, and then I'm just gonna take my whisk and I'm gonna mix all of my dry products together, make sure that they're married and happy with each other, and then I'm gonna move that off to the side and work on the next part of this recipe. All right, cool. So I'm gonna take 1 cup of buttermilk and my egg yolk, and then I'm going to mix it together until it creates a nice concoction. Just make sure you mix it together very well. That way you cannot see like a separation between the yolk and the buttermilk. I have to be honest with you guys, I don't think I've ever had buttermilk before. It was a little weird. I've never had it before. But it tastes really good inside of the pancakes. I'll tell you that, it really did. All right, so move that off to the side. And then next, taking our egg whites, we are going to whisk this until we cannot whisk anymore. What you want to do is to make sure that you create like a very fluffy, airy type of concoction, so to speak. So think of it as if you were to make like whipped cream or something like that. I know that like my grandma used to use this when she would make her lemon meringue pie. So, you know, you just want to create a very thick consistency. And then once you mix that together inside of your dry products, it's going to make your pancakes very fluffy and airy. So that makes them look very pretty. All right, so now we're going to mix our dry and our wet products together. So go ahead and drop that 1 egg yolk and your buttermilk inside of your dry bowl, and along with your 2 egg whites. So as you guys can see, I did a little bit more whisking, and this is what I got, that very like airy, flowy, fluffy type of situation happening there. All right, and then you're just gonna simply take your whisk and then just, you know, mix everything together until you create a nice batter. All right guys, so once you're done, it should look like this. Now go ahead and grab your berries that's been sitting in that lemon juice all nice for a couple of minutes, and just toss that inside of your pancake mix. Now you don't want to use a whisk when you're blending this. You want to use one of these that I have in my hand and just slowly whisk, slowly fold everything together so that you won't bruise the berries too much when you're trying to mix it throughout the pancake batter. And so once you're done, this is how it's gonna look. I know that was a ton of work, but we're almost at the prize, guys. So now it's time to cook it up. Okay, so you're gonna take a pretty wide pan and 2 tablespoons of butter. I would recommend, highly recommend that you just place this on a low temperature so that your butter won't burn. The first time that I did this, I had my heat up a little bit too high, and so I burned the butter and I had to start all over again. So just make sure that you have it at a medium to low temperature, and then if you need to adjust it, then you can, but you don't want to burn the butter. It's not a good taste. All right, so the next thing that you want to do is just take your batter mix with your berries and plop them inside of the pan. Now you want to be mindful of the size of your pancakes because keep in mind this is worth 4 points on the Weight Watchers point system. So if they're a little bit oversized and you might have like a 6 point or 7 point, you want to make sure that they're kind of like a silver dollar size. So as you guys can see, I went a little bit overboard, but I did resize them later on and you guys will see that. But when I started, they were like true pancake size. So what you want to do, just want to make sure that they become nice and bubbly around the edges, and then you flip it over to have just a very nice brown golden look. So this is what they look like after I cut them down and made them more like that dime size that I'm telling you guys about. So all you want to do after that is just garnish them. So I'm going to throw some of my wild berries on top of that. Got some blackberries there. I'm going to throw some raspberries on top of that as well. And I can't forget about my blueberries, so I'm just going to go ham-burglar on the blueberries. Keep in mind, your fruit is 0 points on your Weight Watchers point system. So yeah, I mean, go ham on the fruit, man. Yeah. Seriously guys, I think one of my favorite parts about cooking is actually plating. I like to make everything like really pretty and decorative and just like very festive. All right, so I'm gonna do something a little naughty. I'm gonna add some confectioner sugar on top just to make it nice and yummy. Now, don't go ham-burglar like I did. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just got really sifter happy. I'm gonna pull back just a little bit on that confectioner sugar, but you guys get the gist, right? Alright, so this is the final look. Doesn't it look so yummy? And I swear to you guys, it tastes just as good as it looks. For those of you who are interested in making this at home, I'll be sure to place the recipe down below in my description bar. If you like this video and would like to see many more, please be sure to give it a thumbs up so that I'll know that you guys like it, okay? Until my next video, I love you so much for watching. Peace out.